Welcome everyone. Today we're going to start another important story written by Geoffrey Chaucer. It's The Miller's Tale by Geoffrey Chaucer. Let's start the fact file. It is the second story of Canterbury Tales. The miller, whose name is Robin, as a stout, evil churl means rustic people, men fond of wrestling, he had a bagpipe with him. The miller claims that his tale is noble. Geoffrey Chaucer wrote during the reign of Richard II. The miller's prologue is the first quote that occurs in the tale. Quote is a series of stories that is said to take revenge on others. This is very important in the story. This was very common in Middle Ages. At the bottom side of the door, people used to keep a hole so that cat may pass from inside to outside and from outside to inside, and this hole is playing a very important role in the story. So just keep this image in your mind when you were reading the story. Let's start the story now. The Miller's Tale is the story of a carpenter and his lovely wife and two clerks, students who are eager to sleep with her. The carpenter, John, lives in Oxford with his much younger wife, Alison, who is a local beauty. To make extra money, John rents out a room in his house to a clever scholar named Nicholas, who has taken a liking to Alison. Another scholar in the town, Absalom, the parish clerk, also has his eye on Alison. The action begins when John makes a day trip to a nearby town. While he is gone, Nicholas physically grabs Alison by the quaint and she threatens to cry for help. He then begins to cry and after a few sweet words, she agrees to have sex with him when it is safe to do so. Their affair begins. Shortly afterward, Alison goes to church where Absalom sees her and immediately is filled with love longing. He tries to woo Alison by singing a love song under her window during the full moon, sending her gifts and seeking her attention by taking a part in a local play. Alison rebuffs all his efforts. She rejects. However, because she is already involved with Nicholas. Nicholas, meanwhile, longs to spend the whole night in Alison's arms rather than just few moments they get together during John's absences. With Alison, he hatches a scheme that will enable him to do this. He tells John that he has foreseen a terrible event in a vision from God. The next Monday, God is going to send a massive flood, twice as great as the one he sent in Noah's time. He says that God told him they would save themselves by hanging 3 large doves, each loaded with provisions and an axe, from the ceiling of the barn. Once the water rose, they would cut the ropes, hack through the rope, and float until the water subsides. John believes him, and on Monday night, they ascend by ladder into the hanging tubs. As soon as John is asleep, Nicholas and Alison climb down, run back to the house, and sleep together in John's bed. That same night, Absalom comes and begins Alison to kiss him. At first she refuses him, but Absalom persists, so she offers him a quick kiss. Instead of presenting her lips to Absalom's, though, she sticks her backside out the bedroom's short window, it is private vent, and Absalom kisses her arse in the dark. Angry at being befooled, Absalom gets a red watt halter from the smith, with which he tends to burn Alison. He returns with it to the window and knocks again, promising Alison a gold ring in exchange for a kiss. This time, Nicholas, having gotten up to relieve himself anyway, sticks his buttock out to get in on the joke and bursts thunderously in Absalom's face. Absalom thrusts the cudgel amidst the arms of Nicholas, who cries out for water to assuage the pain. The scream wakes John, who thinks the flood is upon them, and cuts the rope and attaching his tub to the ceiling. He crashes on the floor, breaking his arm, and town people, hearing the noise, rush to the scene. Upon hearing Nicholas's and Alison's version of the event, they laugh at poor John and consider him mad. And thus, the story ends, but it ends with a quotation which is very important to know. Thus Swift was this carpenter's wife for all his skipping and his jealousies, and Absalom had kissed her neither ear, and Nicholas is scalded in the throat. And this tale is done. God save all the road. So this is how the story ends. Thank you everyone for listening to the story. If you haven't subscribed our channel, please subscribe the channel for another story. And if you need anything more, please tell in the comment box. Thank you.